Welcome to the Global Fantasy Sports Forum, and we are going to be doing our Formula One fantasy team reveal. The new 2024 season is about to begin. Well, it's already begun because of the free practice sessions, but in terms of fantasy purposes, qualifying is going to count towards the fantasy points, obviously, and then obviously race day. So, first stop, we got the Bahrain Grand Prix, and we're going to review all three teams that it gets us to create. Now, before we get into any of that, if you haven't done so yet, hit the like button. It helps the video do wonders and get seen by other potential Formula One and fantasy fans. And subscribe if you haven't done so. We're going to be tackling all different types of topics and look into different types of fantasy sports across the NRL, the AFL, English Premier League, and also the NBA. So stay tuned for all the content there. We're going to try and really get out as much content as we can during the week. It is quite a hectic, busy week during most times, but we're going to do our best. But here we are, Formula One fantasy team reveal. Let's get into it. So the Bahrain Grand Prix, and here are my three teams. So starting with Team 1. I've decided to go Max Verstappen, or I should decide to go with Max Verstappen. And I've decided to go with Piastri. I love my Aussies. I am a sucker for Australian sportsmen. I am a big patriot, and I love supporting every Aussie out there. So I'm hoping Piastri will be able to build upon his pretty decent season, a pretty decent end to 2023. Going to partner him alongside Verstappen, and then Ricardo and Valtteri Bottas. Hopefully he'll be some good value at 6.4. Hopefully Ricardo will be able to do some big things in the Visa Cash App car. And Pierre Gasly. I've always been a fan of Pierre Gasly. When he was previously in... What was his former team? I've forgotten now. But anyways, Pierre Gasly has been somebody I've always been a fan of, and hopefully he'll be able to continue to succeed in Alpine. And then, based on going heavy with Verstappen and Piastri, I've had to settle for Ferrari as a constructor. Ferrari, hopefully, will be able to do well. They've had a few, stuff-ups, and their decision-making and their strategy wasn't always the best in 2023, but hopefully for Team 1, they'll be able to be a decent constructor, and I've got the Red Bull Junior team, the Visa Cash App team, as my second constructor. It's quite bothering me that I don't remember where Pierre Gasly was before Alpine. I feel like I'll be kicking myself once I know it. Pierre Gasly, before he joined Alpine, he was at Renault? Alpine is Renault. He was in the former AlphaTauri, that's correct. AlphaTauri moved to Alpine, so that's right. Now, team number 2. I've finally got that off my chest. Team number 2. I've decided to go with Lewis Hamilton as my main driver, and it was great to see, Lewis Hamilton top the free practice 2 sessions. And then, obviously, his former teammate I've got in there with Valtteri Bottas. I've decided to diversify it a bit with going, instead of Ricardo, I've decided to go for Yuki Tsunoda, who is 1 million cheaper. Still got Gasly in my second team. And I've got Charles Leclerc, the second main driver behind Hamilton. And this team, as opposed to having Verstappen, I've decided to have Red Bull as the constructor. So I want to try and diversify, the potentials there. So Team 1 has Verstappen and no Red Bull constructor. Team 2 has no Verstappen but Red Bull as a constructor. And now I've got Alpine to partner alongside that as well. Still got 3.1 million in the bank, so we'll see what happens. As prices change, this should be able to give me some flexibility to hopefully make some moves, and we'll see what happens from there. Going on to Team 3, we got Max Verstappen and Red Bull. So I've decided to do one team with Verstappen, second team with just the Red Bull constructors as the car that I want to use as my constructor. And then Team 3, I've decided to go with Max and Red Bull together and try to just build a team of what I can based off of that. And I've got Lance Stroll. That's the next best sort of driver I can get as a second option. Ricardo, Bottas, and I've decided to chuck in, instead of Gasly, I've decided to chuck in Alex Albon in this team as well. So hopefully Alex Albon in the Williams will be able to do pretty well. So in this one, I've also got the Visa Kashak, the Red Bull Junior team, as the second constructor as well. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how all three lineups have sort of performed. I feel like this season, I feel like Red Bull is just going to, be levels above everyone else once again. Hence why I'm trying to diversify and trying to, have different combinations of either Verstappen or Red Bull as a constructor. Hopefully the supporting cast around those teams will perform well. I'll be really interested to see what combination sort of comes off better. I haven't really left myself with much flexibility, as you can see, in Teams 1 and Teams 3, but Teams 2 I could probably muck around a bit and try and change things up there. But, can't wait for qualifying. It's going to be exciting. Cannot wait for the first race to officially start. Is Red Bull going to be completely dominant once again in 2024? Who knows? But, hopefully for my fantasy team, we'll be able to at least make things a lot more fun for my F1 viewing experience. Let me know what you guys think of these teams. I will show you as one more time before I depart. Let me know what you guys think. Which team looks the strongest? Which team looks the most balanced? And is there any changes I should make? Anybody I should remove? Anybody I should bring in? Let me know. Let me know your teams as well. I want everyone to come together and share some tips and ideas and engage with each other. Let us know what teams you have, and we'll see you for the following weeks to come as the races keep coming by. Take care, everyone, and discuss away.